I made a video yesterday about Lucy being in labor.
Okay, so Lucy was in labor the night before last. Is that right? Timing right?
Monday night. After midnight. 1 a.m. Tuesday morning.
Monday night. And she had not had her puppies yet Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning, you were getting kids ready, and you took them to school and daycare. And right before that, very early a.m., you said she had lost her mucus plug.
She lost her mucus plug around 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then her water broke in the hallway right before you
took the kids to school. So we knew it was coming soon, but we didn't have much of a choice. We had to get the kids to school, and you took the kids to school.
And Oliver had a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, because he thought Oliver had a ear infection. And
I rushed home as fast as I could.
Yeah, and when you got home, Lucy seemed completely normal. Lucy seemed like she was happy-go-lucky and did not act as though she was pregnant anymore. But she was still overweight, so you couldn't tell anything. But there was no signs of having puppies. Nothing different in her nesting area. And we just thought she was still pregnant and hadn't had the puppies yet. And
there was a little bit of blood, but not enough to think that she had the babies. Or she's been spotting, which is normal.
And so we just kind of went throughout the day thinking that she was going to pop anytime. And she didn't. And we checked her belly. You didn't feel any movement. No signs of pregnancy. And Lucy acted like she was completely normal, like she hadn't been pregnant. She acted like she did back before she got pregnant. And so you started to get concerned, and you took her to the vet the next day, first thing in the morning, as soon as they opened this morning.
Because at that point it was like 24 hours.
24 hours of labor, what we thought was labor, and no puppies yet.
I thought her labor was stalling. I thought maybe a puppy was stuck, but...
And they couldn't find anything just by feel or anything, so they decided to do an x-ray. And in the x-ray they discovered that she did not any longer have puppies. So the best guess...
They told me that she had either hid them somewhere or she ate them.
And I've heard of that maybe, but I didn't know it was an actual thing. Apparently it is, because 3 days prior we had an x-ray, 1 week prior we had an x-ray with 4 puppies, and now they're all gone and no signs of them.
I never left her sight.
Except for to take the kids to school. And you came home and there was no more puppies. Now, we noticed prior to the mucus plug that there was no more movement in her belly. We couldn't feel any movement before she went into labor, or before she started labor, or after. So that's why you began to become worried even more so when the labor went on for an extended period of time.
I called the vet and they told me if she acted like she was in any distress to bring her in, but they told me that everything was normal. All day yesterday, I thought that she was still in labor, but like I thought her labor stalled. It was so confusing.
And so what we think happened is that maybe they were stillborn, and so Lucy, I guess, ate them, because otherwise they just disappeared in thin air. And we're both we've been in shock all day, and I didn't know it was something that was common, but according to the vet, it is very common. And I've just never experienced it before, and you haven't either, so I think we're still in shock. I didn't know it was that common, so I didn't really think it was a thing.
Yeah.
So our best guess is that I can't imagine that if they were healthy that, she would have done that. I don't know, but since you didn't feel any movement, the only thing I can suspect is that they were probably stillborn, and that's why she did it.
I'm on this group on Facebook to I've never had an animal that's been pregnant before, so I'm on this group on Facebook that gives suggestions and support for pregnant dogs and stuff like that. And to some of them, they say that it's happened to them before, but I have some people on there that are completely shocked, and they're like, well, have you searched that room up and down for any puppies? Which I have several times. And then some of them were like, well, that would have shown up on her x-ray if she ate them. And the thing was, she had to have had them.
It would have been 24 hours from the time she ate them to the x-ray.
Yeah. So, I mean, roughly. Yesterday she pooped 4 times, so.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. When you told me that this morning on the phone, I was just like, are you serious? Like, I didn't...
Like, I'm trying my hardest not to be upset with her. Like, it was her natural instinct to do that. She doesn't have any mean bone in her body. I'm just so confused.
Yeah, I'm still in shock. I don't even know how to feel towards her, because it's just kind of, I guess it's a human being. We can't imagine the instinctual, the thought of doing that, because it's not something a human would do, but for animals it's more common. So I can't get my head around it. When she told me, I still can't, and it's half a day later. But I mean, the x-rays don't lie, so I don't know. I've never experienced this before, so.
Okay, well, this is just gonna be a very raw, unedited.
We may turn comments off because, this is already hard enough. We don't need to hear people, wanting to bash.
Please be kind. If there is negative comments, I'm gonna turn comments off. I really didn't want to make a video today. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow.